Okay, today we're going to dive into one of those things we all use, but almost none of us really understand. We're going to follow the truly surprising journey your air conditioner takes to make your life comfortable. Let's jump right in.
You know that feeling, right? You walk in from a sweltering hot day and just, a perfectly cool room. It seriously feels like magic. But how does your AC actually pull that off? How does it take that hot, humid, sticky air and turn it into a crisp, cool oasis? Well, that's the story we're going to unpack.
So, before we can even talk about the journey, we have to know the destination. Every single air conditioning system out there has one goal: to create the perfect room. But what does that actually mean? What are we aiming for?
Here's the thing that most people don't realize. Comfort is so much more than just temperature. This chart here shows what engineers call the thermal comfort zone. And for most of us, that sweet spot is a temperature somewhere between 22 and 27 degrees Celsius, but, and this is crucial, with a relative humidity between 40 and 60%. Nailing that specific zone is the true mission of your AC.
All right, so if that comfort zone is our goal, what's standing in our way? As it turns out, the air in your room is under a constant, two-pronged attack from a couple of invisible enemies.
And here is the battlefield. Seriously, heat is pouring in from everywhere. You've got the sun blasting through the windows, you've got heat radiating from lights and all your electronics, and get this, even you are a heat source. All of these are what we call cooling load components, and your AC has to fight them off nonstop. Now, this is super important. That heat actually comes in two totally different flavors. First, on the left, you've got sensible heat. Just think of this as dry heat. It's the stuff that makes the number on your thermometer go up. Simple enough, right? But on the right, we have its sneaky cousin, latent heat. This is the wet heat. It's the energy that's literally hiding inside the humidity in the air. This is what gives you that heavy, sticky, gross feeling. And a great AC has to defeat both of them.
Okay, so we know our goal, the comfort zone, and we've met our enemies, sensible and latent heat. Now let's actually follow a little parcel of air as it gets completely transformed. And to do that, we're going to need two different kinds of maps.
Let's break this down. On the left, you've got the physical journey the air takes, through the vents and the guts of the machine. But on the right, well, that is our secret weapon. It's called a psychrometric chart, and it's basically a map that lets us see exactly what's happening to the air itself, how its temperature and its humidity are changing every step of the way.
This is where the real magic happens. Your AC doesn't just do one thing. It performs this incredible two-for-one trick. It doesn't just cool the air, it literally dries it out at the exact same time. Now, before we trace the path, let's make this chart super simple. Just think of it like a pirate map for air. Anytime you move to the left on the map, the air is getting colder. Anytime you move down, the air is getting drier. That's it. Left means cool, down means dry. Got it? Okay, let's follow the line. Our little parcel of air starts at point M. That's a mix of warm air from inside and outside your room. Then, boom, it hits the cooling coil inside the AC. And look at the arrow. It shoots diagonally. It's moving left and down at the same time. It is being cooled and dehumidified simultaneously until it ends up at point S. That's the perfect, cool, dry air that blows back into your room. That diagonal line, that's the secret to all of your comfort. So you might be wondering, where does all that humidity, all that wet heat actually go? Well, you've seen it. That constant drip, drip, drip of water from the back of an AC unit? That's not a leak. That's the trophy. That's proof the system is winning the battle. It is literally all the sticky humidity from your room turned back into liquid water and kicked to the curb. But here's the final, and maybe the coolest piece of the puzzle. That journey we just followed isn't the same everywhere on Earth. A really good air conditioner has to be smart. It has to adapt its whole strategy based on the climate it's in.
And this is where you can really see how brilliant these systems are. Just look at the difference. On the left, in a hot and humid place like Florida, the path on our map is a steep nosedive. The #1 priority is just ripping as much moisture out of the air as possible. But on the right, in a hot and dry climate like Arizona, the path is almost horizontal. It's all about fighting sensible heat. That system might even use something called an air washer to add a little humidity back in so it doesn't feel too dry. The AC literally changes its entire game plan depending on the local enemy.
So the next time you walk into a room and feel that blissful wave of cool, dry air hit you, just pause for a second. Think about the incredible journey that air just took. It was sucked out of the room, had its heat and its humidity ripped away from it, and was sent back in as a perfect little soldier in the battle for your comfort. It's not just cold air. It's engineered perfection.